We're taking a look at just how a few of the many African Americans who helped build this city and this country into what it is today.
Is the why.
Just last week, we caught
More
up with a
important than
Frederick
when
Douglass
Frederick Douglass
historical
was born,
interpreter who taught us a
1818,
few
is
interesting
why.
things about the
Why
Dismal
he did
Swamp
the things.
Canal.
And so there was a particular black man who paid considerably in digging this canal. And as a matter of fact, he staked his freedom on it and made a wage with his master that if he dug a certain amount of the canal that he would get his freedom. And 3 times over he was tricked and was not free, but eventually he kept digging. He kept digging until he got his freedom. And so that just gives you an example of the determination of the people in this great city of Chesapeake, and all that they contributed to make our country great today. They had to cut a path through the Dismal Swamp, which was a very treacherous journey with snakes and swamps and such. But they, nevertheless, it was better than slavery in the South. We call that the Valley of the Shadow of Death. Certainly, if I had been sold to a plantation in Mississippi, I may have never made it out to accomplish the things that I accomplished in my lifetime. So this was a thoroughfare for the Underground Railroad. More important than when Frederick Douglass was born, 1818, is why he did the things. And so that's what we need to do when we're teaching history. I believe everything that they're doing here at this great center is teaching people the why and not just the when. And it is important for us to know these things because, as Frederick Douglass would say, he was a great admirer of Mark Twain, who had this wonderful quote, "History may not repeat itself, but it often rhymes."
We thank Mr. Richardson, or should I say Frederick Douglass, for helping to educate us all. If you'd like to hear more about Chesapeake's history from Frederick Douglass, visit the Parks, Recreation, and Tourism's Facebook page, where you'll find this week's edition of Chesa Sneak Peek with a longer interview with Mr. Douglass. Be sure to check back there each Monday this month for a continued celebration of African Americans in Chesapeake.